Hi, everybody.
Hey everyone, welcome to Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Welcome to the show. Just a warning, we're still using our old equipment because, well, it's a little bit of a learning curve getting everything together.
Mercury retrograde.
And, whew, I'm just lucky I got the card of the day out because that was crazy. But anyway, so we might have some blips and burbles because Thursday night it seemed like our screen kept fading in and out on us, which was kind of crazy. So just be aware of that. So, what a day, what a week. Less than a week now before Mr. O calls it quits and retires from his job. Bravo.
Mr. O has left the building.
I see January Girl has joined us too. Don't worry, everybody, I've got the list, but we are going to do something a little different today, just a little. You're all going to have to allow somebody to bump up to the top of the list, and that is our birthday girl, Gina.
Yay!
Gina's
Happy birthday,
is
Gina!
Tomorrow, and in honor of that, we have a blue candle because you are a Cancer. We have a lighter.
It might work.
It might work. And we would sing happy birthday, but I don't know if you really want to hear us sing that, Gina. So make a wish, Gina, and when you're ready, we will blow it out for you, okay? And keep that wish in mind because your reading is going to be about that wish. Hi, Betty. I'll get you on the list as well.
Oh! You are Libra cusp? Or Libra cups?
Oh, okay. We will. You ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Yay!
Bravo. And just for you, Gina, to get us started, I have my birthday wish spread. So we're going to do that quickly for you and see what comes up as far as your birthday wish goes. There's a bit of cards there. And for everybody else, this is some of the spreads that we will be offering when we create our Patreon levels and stuff like that. So stay tuned. And also, I will be getting volunteers to do free readings from some of my bigger spreads in the very near future. So keep an eye out for that opportunity. I will be picking people to do that. I'll be looking for volunteers. So I'm going to give Mr. O this deck to shuffle. Oh, yeah, that's right. Casey is a Leo, isn't he? I remember that. Okay.
Hi, RC.
Hey, Dr. V.
Hi, Dr. V.
RC and Dr. V have come. I have RC already.
Okay.
All right. 32 days. Do the countdown, Casey.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. So the first, let me lay them. Well, I'm not going to lay them out here because Sunny will probably come at that point. But the first card I've drawn is the Eight of Swords reversed. And that is for the lessons you've learned in the past year regarding your wish. Well, you know, sometimes it seems as though the move towards your wish has been kind of tenuous. You know, you're not sure if you're going in the right direction, if maybe there's just some uncertainty, but step by slow step, you've made some moves in progress.
Well, maybe recently or somewhere in relationship to this situation, some kind of pathway opened up to you, some sort of lessening of what may have been holding you back. And so now you can maybe more fully conceptualize your wish and move towards it.
Card number 2. Wow. So this is interesting too, Gina. It is the Death card reversed.
Hi, Angel.
Hey, Angel. We've moved Gina to the top of the list because it's her birthday and she's getting a special reading today. So, the second one is the recent past, the last 3 to 4 months, what's been happening with regards to your wish. And I have to say, not too much.
It's like underwater.
You know, it could be the quarantine, put a damper on some of your plans.
A lot of inertia.
Yeah, there just has not been a lot of movement right now. That's not necessarily bad.
The get up and go has got up and went.
Now, what are the future trends for the next 6 months? What will that hold in regard to your wish? I certainly hope we have better cards for you, but this isn't one of them. We have the Chariot reversed. So basically, again, there's a little bit of slow movement here, you know, and there's maybe some things that are stopping you from making some decisions or important moves that you have to make, some blocks.
Yeah, it could be misdirection. It could be that maybe there are pathways that you will wander down and then realize, no, I don't want to go this way. It could be misdirection. It could also be too that maybe there's just something physical holding you back. Maybe there's going to be something that sort of physically pulls you back. I'm not sure what that would be, but I'm seeing something, an obstruction.
No, I hear ya. I hear ya. So let's see. Card number 4 is obstacles to overcome in this next year to obtain your wish. Well, interesting. You've got the positive card here in the obstacle slot. So what exactly does that mean? This is the 6 of Wands upright. Well, I think...
Overconfidence?
Yeah, it could be overconfidence, overexuberance. You know, don't let the ego get in the way of, you know, let's say, for example, you've received some rewards or some moves forward for your effort. Don't forget perhaps other people who have allowed you to, get that far. There might have been some support along the way.
Right. It could just be in general talking about magnanimous behavior. And so it's saying like try to be that magnanimous person, but also to recognize that quality in others because it's self-rewarding. And when you tell other people, you know, that they're doing that, you know, that maybe it's like paying it forward.
Okay, and the progress made by achieving your wish by year's end. Well, we've got the Page of Cups reversed. And I think what it's saying is that, you dream big, but, you know, the follow through is what's going to be necessary. So if you're going to make progress by year's end, I think you're going to have to just make more constructive moves towards that vision, towards those dreams.
Considering that the Page of Cups sometimes speaks to the elemental and emotional quality of water signs, of which you are one, it could also, in my mind, be saying too that maybe to some degree you have to come down a little bit from that more philosophical stance. Like maybe you have to sort of go to a little bit more practical level and be a little less dreamy.
And finally, the outlook for getting your wish by your next birthday, you have the 4 of Cups upright. And this is an interesting card because, you know, I've never thought of that card as a bad card, actually. But it is a card of pulling back a little bit and contemplating. It is possible that you will get your wish, but then you'll be determining, where do I go from here? Now that I've attained what I want, what am I going to do? On the other hand, it could also mean that you are still working on it by next birthday and you're contemplating what moves you need to make next. How do you feel about that?
I mostly feel that it's a good card and that it may be just saying too that you feel you will have the ability or the leisure to really let this wash over you and to really think about it on different levels. I mean, it's appropriate to think about it on a dreamy, fantasizing level, as well as think about when the time comes to really put it into actual action. So I think that that's what that's saying too, is that indulge yourself in dreaming the dream, because then you can live it too.
And I'm just going to have Mr. O pull one of the Lenormand.
I am so honored.
Well, and you know what? Basically, this indicates to me, because you've got the rope here, or the whip, and you've got the clouds. You need something to shake any kinds of self-doubt you have, any kind of confusion, any kind of things that are blocking your progress towards your wish. Sometimes that's even depression. The clouds can indicate that. So you just need something to shake you out of that state in order to keep the energy moving forward.
Dark discipline.
I wouldn't say that, but he did.
I did. I'm sorry, just I couldn't resist. So, but that's what I feel too, is that it is sort of like the idea of a shakeup, maybe being able to incorporate light and dark aspects, as sort of what's going on with that final card there, the Four of Cups, dreaming the dream.
So, Gina, that's what we have for your special reading today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I hope you have a great one. And we're going to get going because people are asking where they are on this list. All right, then. So let's see what we have. Hey, Patton. Thanks for that.
Thank you for noticing that. Yes, appreciate that.
All right.
I am fine. Just was a little rattled at the time.
I'll say. He came here back home talking a mile a minute. It was like, whoa, slow down.
All right.
So we have I Ride a Broom. Terry came in first. And then we have Angel Mary. We have Pragya. We have YOLO. We have Josephine. Merwin. RC Funtime. I think it's Sanjib is with us today. KC. January Girl. Betty. Dr. V. And Patton. I think I got everybody. If I missed somebody, let me know. And hey, Pat, I'm still struggling to get my computer to do everything I needed to do. So we're still using the old machine. Our son is going to help us set up our broadcasting software on the new one, hopefully this next week, and we're going to get that straightened out. Oh, no. Well, that's terrible. I Ride a Broom.
Okay.
I think we need to start with a yes-no.
Absolutely.
What cards are you using today, Mr. O?
Well, I'm going to use several decks. I'm going to use the Ancestral Path Tarot.
Uh-huh.
And that's the artist of this one in a self-portrait of the Fool. But I also have my grand Nefertari's Golden Tarot, and that's the Fool from that one. And then I also have that Mermaid Tarot, which I think is really exquisite, and I love reading with that. And that's the Fool from that one. Mermaids.
Dark discipline. I don't know where he gets this stuff from. Seriously. But
Comic
anyway,
books.
my Lenormand that I'm using today is the Healing Light Lenormand by Christopher Butler. I also have the Mystical Lenormand by Regula Elizabeth Fichter, I think is the name. Not sure. And then I have the Animal Totem Tarot by Lisa Robertson. I have the After Tarot by Corinne Kenner. And I have, again, the Revelations Tarot by Zach Wong. And we are set to go. So Terry's got her question, and we're going to get rolling. Okay, Mr. O.
My deck?
Oh, I could use mine. Well, yeah, let's use yours.
Okay.
Let's use yours. That's not going to work, Banshee. Let me see. But Patton, I do love my new Mac. It's just getting used to everything. And sadly finding out that I have such an old version of Microsoft Office that I used to have for the Mac, the publishing layout view. And apparently they don't have that anymore. So my documents were really kind of skewed, some of the ones that I was trying to work with. Thankfully, Pages seems to help me with that. So I may be using more Pages than Microsoft. Really disappointed in Microsoft.
No, Pragya, we're actually on the very second reading. We had a birthday special reading for somebody, and now we are doing the first actual reading from our list.
And you, Pragya, are just two after this reading we're doing now. There's two more in front of you. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Well, it's leaning towards yes, that you will be able to win. I hope that's true. You've got two aces here, and we also have the Hierophant for you. And that's kind of an interesting card in this reading about the legal matters. This doesn't usually indicate a judge, but I think in some sense it could in this case.
It could.
Somebody with wisdom and counsel. Maybe you'll have good legal representation.
Well, it also, to some obvious degrees, holds the concept of somebody who kind of stands with the sense of conventionality of what is acceptable. Therefore, that kind of parlays into the public view, which could include justice. So I'm thinking it's kind of a good sign there.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's pull Lenormand on this. Could you see what your next card was to come up by chance? Yeah, I just want to see. Four Swords. Well, the Four Swords, I don't know why I felt we needed to pull that. I will say this, Terry, it's not going to be, it's going to drain you. I think it's going to drain you a little bit, and you're going to really, be glad when it's over.
Right, and you might find that you really have to compose yourself somewhat on a more solitary level. Like maybe the idea is that there's not going to be necessarily some other resources for you, but it doesn't seem like you're going to need them necessarily. It's just, I think, more like Banshee says, this is the aftermath. It's just sort of, doing a chill on that.
I don't know. Did your lawsuit have either, number one, anything to do with your work or anything to do with your home or around the home? Because I drew with the Lenormand, I drew the House card, and I drew the Fox card. This could also just indicate to me that you are going to be, doing a lot from your home, working from home. If you're not, I don't know, what your situation is right now. Or you could be working on a home. That's another possibility.
So let's do that clarity question real quick, a follow-up. We'll do a yes or no on that.
Okay, what was the clarity question?
On a week or two back when they asked about whether or not the folks were their tribe, that they were moving to California.
Okay, all right.
I see that there are these people, my tribe, and should I move back to California? So,
oh my goodness, I see. Well, that's really interesting because it does seem as though, the fox.
Terrible.
The fox has that kind of sneaky element about it too, like there's some cunning or deception going on. So I don't know if that's involved here with your roommate, but so it could be a negative, and it had to do with the home. Wow, that's really interesting, Terry. That came up like that. Oh.
Yeah.
Now we got two cats here and no room.
Hello. Hello there. Come lay down, or whatever it is you're gonna do. Nice boy, girl. Nice girl.
Wow. Well, I'm wishing you the best on that one. I hope it works out. I have not tried open office patent. I guess I will look into that. All right, Mr. O. Go ahead.
I'll let you do it.
I don't even know what exactly is the question again.
Let me go back there. Are these people my tribe, and should I move back to California?
Should we have done a yes/no on that?
Well, I actually said that. But what do you got? Let's see what you got
Well,
here.
I've got the Three of Wands reversed. I've got the Queen of Swords reversed. And I've got the Queen of Wands reversed, which is 2 wands. And they're both reversed, which kind of seems like aggressive energy to me in some way here. And faulty decision making. I really think we would have been better served by doing a yes/no. You're right, because I'm not sure what to say here. I do feel there may be one individual, you know, that may not be your tribe exactly. But, or that you don't get along with, you don't quite mesh with.
Well, and it may just be too that it's really about getting into the situation, that it may take some time to absorb everything, and then to, you know, like there's kind of a delay of some sort here, that it's a manner of building or rebuilding what the plans, you know, are going to be.
Let me do one of these real quick. Wow, that's awful.
222.
222. You know, I have been seeing that a lot lately, but I've been seeing a number of numbers lately. Today was 1111. Okay, well, it's number 22, which is the crossroads or path, and number 15, which is the, I don't know if you can see it here, she's in the way, the bear. And so I think that, you know, this move is something that is a bit of a crossroads for you, and it is a bit of a decision for you, but I sense it's going to put you in a more empowered direction, Terry, in the long haul, because the bear is about self-empowerment amongst other things, and also it might help you financially in some way, or secure your future, or, you know, things in some way. You will be more secure and stable there, and stronger.
Well, from various cultural associations, bears mean different thing. It could mean different thing to certain men. It could mean certain things to just people in general. But there is sort of the idea that there's a pack of them, maybe a friendship of bears, and maybe that's what that's saying, is that your tribe will be a loyal, strong tribe that will be protective, emulating those higher qualities of bear as we see them. Because that's, you said that's the crossroads, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yes.
where this seems to be leading to you, that you should basically embrace the move to California. That's where you're going to find strength.
And that's what we have for you. I hope it all helps. We got a big list today, so we are moving on.
Moving on.
So, Angel Mary, you are up. And then Pragya, Yolo, Josephine, Merwin, RC, Sanjib, Casey, January Girl, Betty, Dr. V, Angel Rivera, and Patton. I think I got that right.
Oh no, Dr. V, you're a bit down the list.
Yeah, Dr. V, sorry, it was a lot of people that got in front of you. And like I said, we had a birthday to celebrate. We moved Gina to the top today. All right.
So
Here, put yours back.
we're okay.
I will
So
get
we're
a
gonna
deck.
take Angel Mary.
So we have Angel Mary's question.
Not yet.
Okay,
Angel Mary.
type up your question.
Okay. Love for 6 months from now.
Okay. Oh, my darn thing did. Wow. I missed a lot. Okay.
My little girl over here, taking up all the room.
Yeah, I know. Oh my goodness, we got 2 lazy cats here today.
You'd think they never get any petting from us.
You would think. So I mentioned on Twitter today, on the way out to a nearby gas station, I saw what I'm pretty sure was a rooster in this field close to the gas station. And I mean, you know, we're not in the city, but we're not. I mean, we're in not really suburbs of Detroit, but close enough. I don't consider us rural, so I was kind of surprised to see a rooster out of nowhere.
We're a suburb that's got a mix because we have a golf course and a wooded area accommodating that.
Yeah.
So there are a number of deer and other bird and wildlife that are nearby.
And we're fairly near to the Detroit River, which also
Yeah.
brings a lot of different birds. We've seen herons and sandhill cranes, things like that. So, but anyway, that was kind of surprising. But I am a rooster in my Chinese zodiac, so I thought that was interesting. So what do we have for you, Angel? We've got, it's the 3 of Cups reversed. We also have the Moon reversed. And then we have the Magician upright. So love for the next 3 months or 6 months? Love for 6 months from now. Okay. So 6 months from now, it seems as though, you know, there's still not a reason to really celebrate success according to this. The 3 of Cups is reversed. It's kind of like things still aren't working out for you the way you would like them in the love department. The Moon is reversed here as well, and I'm getting the feeling that you know, it's possible that, like, if you're involved in a relationship at that time, you're going to find out something that's going to be not so pleasant about the person you're involved with. So that's kind of worrisome to me. However, you have the Magician upright, which means to me you have been working towards, you know, something positive happening for some time now. And I think, you know, at that 6 month point, I hate to say it, but that may actually be where things might start to happen, you know, where things might actually start to take place. It's after that 6 month period.
Yes, I'm actually thinking that myself. I'm thinking that the 3 of Cups and the Moon reverse seem to indicate to me that maybe in and around that time period of 6 months from now, you will actually be walking away from or dealing with an aftermath of a relationship that's happened between now and then. Maybe if there's something of a semblance of that now, maybe the finality of that is coming about 6 months from now. So that could say, like, maybe it's a divorce if children are involved or things like that. But I do sort of feel like you're leaving or you're dealing with getting out of basically an unhappy situation or a situation that maybe looked promising in the romance department, but maybe now you're feeling it's not going to happen there, or you have decided you do need to get out of that. The Moon, like Banshee said, sort of to me is indicating feeling like you've uncovered a deception, or there's a particular scandal or thing going on that is just really too hard to deal with. And so I feel like Banshee said that it's setting you up basically to walk with your head high and your willpower intact, your sense of direction of what you want to create for yourself, manifest for yourself. That's the Magician.
That's the Magician.
So I'm really thinking that you're sort of dispensing with something about 6 months from now, and you're moving off really with definitive idea of how you're going to manifest that. Hi, Jenna.
Hey, Jenna, we got a long list today. You're going to be at the bottom of it. Just letting you know in advance.
So did you do a Lenormand there?
I
All
did,
right.
indeed. And in the other deck, look what came up. It's another Path or Crossroads card. And we also have, oh, it's the Rope or the Whip. So what does that mean? Actually, I think what this means is that 6 months from now, you are going to be shifting your direction completely. That's what it looks like to me. You're on an adventure coming. Yeah, what do you
Well,
got
it's
on
what
that?
we sense with the
In a
first two
way.
cards, and then the magician provides this new
Yeah.
direction. And so that crossroads, that pathway, as she calls it. And what's this one here?
That's the rope or the whip?
So it's kind of like really a quick thing, too, right? Is that
Yeah.
what you say? It's like
It's
really.
it's a quick decision, a quick move, a quick shift in direction, sudden almost.
Like it's saying, like, the circus is in town and I'm going to join it. But you're not going to be the
But not
clown.
that.
You're not going to be the clown. You're going to be the magic person.
So that's what we have for you, Angel Mary. I hope that helps.
Okay, you'll let us know, Jenna. Thank you.
Okay, all right. And hey, we are on Pragya. Pragya, you are up. And then Yolo, Josephine, Merwin, RC, Sanjib, KC, January Girl, Betty, Dr. V, Angel, Patton, and Jenna.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Angel Mary. Yes, I could run away to the circus.
Don't give him any ideas, KC.
Trapeze.
I'm already
or
hearing ideas I'm not so excited about.
Lion tamer.
But he's going to have his work cut out for him
Wait,
because
I know what it is. I'll be the bearded lady.
he's going to have his work cut out for him because he's going to be working on learning my machine, what he needs to do on it. As I am learning a lot and fumbling, so his turn is coming. He'll have more time than me, who will still be working. So, has Pragya, write your reading, your question, and we'll take you. And
You are
then-
Pragya. You're next, so go ahead.
Yeah, Pragya, you're up. These cats today. Do you want me to use this deck again, or are you
Sure.
picking one? Okay, this is one again. You could juggle berets.
I'll
Well.
need more than the two I have. I need another one at least.
Also, guess what? It is almost July, and July is 1 month before our first year anniversary of doing live streams
Yes,
together.
we are almost at 1 year.
We've almost made it. We're really excited.
Okay, we have the idea, the true intentions for Manish.
All right, Pragya. So we've got things planned. We've got things up our sleeve. And plus, there'll be news soon on the Tarot for Today business plan.
Yes.
It's coming.
Believe it or not, we might actually have one.
Maybe.
Maybe. Here's my little girl. She's my little girl.
All right. Ah. Well, that's not a huge change there, Jenna. It's probably a safer change, really. Oh, what am I doing? Shuffle, Mr. O. Sorry, with the cat here, I'm losing my focus. All right. Just in time. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Pentacles reversed. We have the Devil upright. And we have the Five of Swords upright. So, Manish, I am wondering about their intentions. Do you want to start this one?
Well, sometimes when you ask a question like that and then the devil pops up, it's almost like an obvious. But it could just be, too, that maybe this plays more to the fact that if we're talking about this from a romantic or possible romantic point of view, They are more interested in a physical relationship, perhaps, or they are more interested in what partnership could provide from the material level. With the Queen of Pentacles reversed, it may possibly indicate that they feel they could make you produce more, that a partnership might start off slowly but might have aspects later that could flower. The Five of Swords, though, also indicates, too, that maybe there's a bit of strife in the situation. Like maybe they have an aggressive attitude. Maybe they're wanting to be in control.
Yeah, see, I'm worried about the combination of the devil and the five of swords here as far as intentions go, because the five of swords is almost like there's some self-serving intentions going on here that I don't like. And it seems like maybe this devil, this obsession, is with their own desires and needs over yours. And so, they look at, I don't want to say this, but it's possible they may look at you as somebody that is easy to manipulate in some way and take advantage of.
Right. I just had that kind of feeling about it, that
You said that too.
there's
Yeah.
not a sense of equal power distribution in
Yeah.
this relationship, that they may be looking more out for themselves than anything that would be more mutual.
So be aware of that. I mean, these kind of feelings, maybe they could change in time. But I don't know. I keep eyes wide open on Manish and see what their true intentions really are.
So we're going to throw the letter Mon real quickly, and I'm going to say hello to Am. And
Yes,
you're
hi,
beautiful
Am
too.
Am.
And hi, Violet Ann. Good to see you too.
Oh, Violet Ann. Hello. Okay. Okay, so I have the cross card, and I have the clover, which is a really interesting combination to get, I feel. Because oftentimes the clover kind of mitigates the negative cards surrounding it. So I'm looking at the way I drew these, and I'm thinking to myself that, things might right themselves, but I get the feeling that Manish might cause you maybe, how should I say this, a little bit more grief or a little bit more stress, working with Manish's personality than you bargained for. But it's not going to be really terrible because I have the clover card here, and it just means that, maybe as you really work together more or come together more, these kinds of things will work themselves out.
Well, maybe it says you'll be luckier if things end, or if at least the current course of activity is ending, because the cross means ending, and then the other card's luck. So it may
I'm not
mean-
going to rule that out.
and that's a non-reader of this oracle. I just kind of go with the impression it gives me. I'm informed a little bit by what I do know and what Banshee says.
I thought exactly about what he was saying, but I went the other way. However, he's intuiting that, so you need to, with us two reading for you, you need to kind of think of which really resonates for you, which message seems to be the one, because I think we went off on a slight different tangent on that.
But that's what we have.
But Pragya, that's what we have for you this time. I hope that helps you. And we are going to move on to YOLO. Hey, YOLO, you are up. And after YOLO is Josephine, Merwin, RC, Sanjib, KC, JG. I'm going to use initials now. Betty, Dr. V, Angel R, that is, Patton, Jenna, and Am.
And you are welcome, Pragya.
Very welcome, Pragya. We've been pretty good, Am. We've been hanging in there. It's just, it keeps, well, one of us is going back to work soon, and one of us is retiring soon. So I think I've got maybe close to another month off before I go back 1 day a week. And I'm still working from home. Of course, I'm still working, but I'm not back at the workplace yet. So, but that's coming from what I hear.
And we're still waiting for YOLO, so I'm going to go ahead and type them in. See if they're there. Oops.
Oh, can I pick them up?
Yeah. I was shuffling, so go ahead and shuffle.
Oh, I see. That's right, because we didn't even get them yet.
Right.
Hey, YOLO, this is your time. Don't miss out because we have a long list. Any announcements,
Yeah, we do have a
Mr.
long list.
O?
Well, not a whole lot. Thursday, Friday, I dropped my emotional outlook. So if you'll look at that, you might see some things interesting there. And I guess there's not a whole lot going on. Just reminding people that we do our daily card, and some of them have been quite interesting. So we're really happy to do that. But what's going on with you? Anything?
Yeah, I know, Am. We're all nervous. Our last meeting, virtual meeting, brought up a lot of people's concerns. So we'll see how it goes.
So I believe we have to move on.
We have to move on from YOLO unless they respond right now.
Kind of warm for a bonfire, or at least over in our state.
Yeah, January girl, I would say yes unless other people leave. I never know how that's going to go. Okay, so we're moving on to Josephine. You are up. And then Merwin, RC, Fun Time, Sanjib, KC, January girl, Betty, Dr. V, Angel, Patton, Jenna, Am, and YOLO's at the bottom of the list now.
Holy cow, that's a big list.
Yeah. It's great to have you all here.
Okay, we have Josephine's question.
S'mores. Oh, love s'mores.
So I want to shuffle those again for Josephine's question,
Yeah, we
too.
will. I will. All right, let's see, Josephine, what it says. You.
Already?
Look at my other.
Whoop.
Oops.
Dropsy, dropsy.
Get out a different deck.
Can't go wrong with s'mores at a bonfire.
Gosh, I just love them. I said that already, didn't I? Okay, so why are you feeling this way? Well, first off, we have the Six of Wands, and that card is upright, so beautiful and shiny. And we have the Nine of Wands reversed. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed, which is interesting because on the surface, these aren't very romantic cards, I would say. Possibly the Six of Wands. But what I think it's indicating here, the Six of Wands, is that, you know, why are you feeling the way you are? Because you really would like something positive to happen here. And we are having a few of those computer glitches we've talked about. So if we burble a little bit, that's why. Hopefully we'll get the new machine going soon. So the Six of Wands, Mr. O?
Well, I guess there's something about him that you are drawn to that maybe represents, and I've used this word already, but I'll use it again, magnanimousness, that there's something really, in a way, kind of thrilling or comforting about him, that they seem to be direct, and they seem to be somebody that is pleasing to people. People seem to like them. They sense something really good. It's like they're a heroic figure or something. So maybe you're drawn to a sense of their appearance or facade, of how they present themselves. Maybe there's a projection that they're giving you that draws you to them.
That's sassy here, Jenna. Yes, and I'm wondering too, Josephine, if this person is successful in some way, you know, because this is a card of victory. So I feel like they've achieved a certain success in life, and, you know, you're drawn to that. You're drawn to this person. Because like Mr. O said, it seems like there is something very magnetic about them and attractive.
And you get that with a lot of the wand qualities anyways.
Yeah. Now, the Nine of Wands reversed indicates to me that maybe, you obviously clearly here are not feeling very confident, I feel, about your chances here. Either like maybe you feel like you might have missed an opportunity, or, timing wasn't right, something wasn't right, you weren't ready.
To me, there's an indication that maybe you may know this or maybe you don't, but that there's a feeling there that maybe there's somebody else that they're thinking of. There's somebody else in their life. There's somebody else that they want to make plans with, perhaps of some sort. Then finally, we have the Eight of Coins reversed, and to me, I guess that's also indicating too that despite everything else, it may also be true that you downvalue the reasons or things that you think might make you stand out to them, might make them look at you. This could be like your education level or the quality of certain things that you do, if you're artistic or if you create anything, or if your job involves a certain level of finesse or skill, you may be doubting that has any quality of respect or impressing them.
So let's see what the Lenormand can add. I have to agree with that. I don't know that I have anything to add on that one. But, it could also indicate that, that's just it, that you feel kind of like you are out of his league, perhaps. So, but I see what you're saying. I saw what you said there about the workaholism.
Right, and that could be that too.
That's true, Josephine. That definitely could be indicated by that Eight of Pentacles here, I feel.
Right, and it doesn't mean that it wouldn't change necessarily, and this doesn't really exactly hone on why you feel the way you do, other than what I said with the first card, that just that something heroic-ish or enticing in a way, good qualities. What's that?
Well, I don't know that anything's going to get any clearer in the near future, Josephine, because first card I drew was the book, and then I drew the clouds. And so the way I look at this is that basically you're going to find out something that, is going to make things even more confused. The clouds can indicate confusion. The clouds can indicate depression. In this case, for some reason, I'm picking up confusion.
Based on what you just said now, Josephine, I'm kind of riffing off of that as she pulled the cards, and I'm feeling that actually you are maybe about to find out what it is that he thinks is important about you or interesting about you, and that it maybe is just a matter of not too much longer. Like maybe this says that just he's been biding his time in a certain way. I could kind of see that with this too, the sense, the 9 reverse there, that maybe there's a sense of waiting for something or timing involved in this. So it could be that maybe there is something there. I don't know. You're going to have to let us know, but I wanted to leave you that with my impression on that.
Well, the clouds are kind of, I don't know, they lean on slightly negative, but they might be one of the more neutral cards, because they have a light and a dark side. But I'm sensing I think here it's really the dark side that is facing the book. So that's why I'm thinking there's still confusion, and there might be some depression related to that, because you're still left really not knowing what to think. And that's kind of what I'm going to lean on here. Mr. O is making a slight camera adjustment. So if I bounce around, could be why. All right, so I'm going to give you this deck back, Mr. O, and that's what we have for you, Josephine. I hope that helps.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, Merwin, you are up. And after Merwin is RC, then Sanjib, KC, January Girl, Betty, Dr. V, Angel, Patton, Jenna, Am, and Yellow.
Holy tomatoes, that's a big list, Banshee.
Hey, we're doing fine. We're not even at our first hour yet.
You're welcome, Josephine.
You're very welcome.
I think we got spoiled because the last week or so we had a couple sessions where we dropped off a little bit. You know,
quiet.
people were doing something else, and so we thought like, oh, we ended early one night. We ended like almost 10 minutes early one night. Alrighty.
All right. Let's see what we got for this upcoming week. Okay.
Mermaid?
Yeah.
We're gonna use my mermaid.
That works for me, Mr. O.
General Reed.
So, yeah, Mr. O got in a little fender bender of sorts. Actually, it was more like a hit and run.
I got clocked.
You got, side swiped on the road, and the person just kept going. So, he's okay. The car is okay, but a little damage.
It was so interesting because they literally squeezed between me and another car. They squeezed between me and another car, and they were going incredibly fast. They had
Well,
to
you
been
were on
going,
the freeway too, right?
Yeah, I was on the freeway, and they had to have been going. I mean, when I heard the impact and just saw them just racing off, it was so fast. I couldn't believe it. I mean, we were just talking on Facebook the other day about, have you ever ridden in a car at 100 miles an hour? And I said, no, but I guess I've seen it. Holy cow.
Hi, Lexi Sexy. I'll add you to the list. It's kind of long, but if
Hi,
you hang
Lexi.
in there, we'll probably get to you.
Thanks
you
for subscribing.
You might be the last name, though, on the list. Because...
Thanks for subscribing. And yes, everybody, if you don't mind liking and or subscribing, that would be great.
I will go over the list after we do this reading. And yes,
Thank you,
please
Angel.
like our page. We really appreciate that.
I'm a stickler for going the speed limit, and usually if it's a little bit lower than 100 miles an hour or whatever, go ahead and cut them.
I think it is usually lower than 100 miles an hour.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay
I
with
forgot
that.
to
I
cut
don't
them. I'm sorry.
need to be a super fast driver.
Do you want me to lay them here? Or? Okay, you got it. Oh. Okay. These cards are interesting, Merwin. We have the Four of Wands upright. We have the Ten of Swords, but thankfully it's reversed. And thankfully, we have the Devil reversed. So what does this indicate for the week ahead? I mean, don't worry about anything with your eyes or anything like that. That looks like pretty good. The Four of Wands upright is a card of a celebration of sort. I don't know if you're getting together with anybody, people, but it's almost as if there's some kind of a wedding or celebration. There's something really positive happening for you, I think. So if you've been working on some project or something, things are going to start happening for you.
Right,
I
see a good prognosis there. Probably I don't see anything really happening with MRI or medical stuff. It seems to me like those really have good support there with those two cards. And then with that Devil reversed, it sort of seems like it's maybe in a move into a direction that indicates more freedom for yourself and or freeing yourself from some possible potential, nasty people in your life or nasty situations. So it could be that maybe, some sort of duty, obligation, responsibility person just sort of is less in your presence for some reason.
The Ten of Swords is kind of a card of, when it's reversed, it's like the darkness is passing, the dawn has come, and you're able to kind of pick up the pieces and move on. So I think it's a positive card in that respect. And then we have the Devil reversed, and the Devil reversed indicates that you're breaking free from things that you may have been obsessed with, that maybe you've been squandering your time or resources on. It's like enough. You're letting it go now. If there were some unhealthy habits that you've been holding on to, you're free. You're breaking free from those chains.
And I realized that your card was reversed, but I'm so fascinated with the idea of a devil mermaid. I just think that's really awesome. So I had to show it that way too. And thank you, Jenna, and everybody for your nice thoughts. I was more rattled than anything. although the casing of the mirror was knocked off, the mirror still seems to work. So I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do. The car was getting old, and I'm not really sure I really want
It's
to
not
deal with
paid off
insurance.
yet.
I know, but I think it's just going to the end of the year, I believe. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I just want to think it over a little bit, what I'm going to actually do with it. There's no chance I'm going to try to file a police report. And I would have to do that in order to work with the insurance anyway, I imagine. So I'll see. I just need to think about it for a little bit.
Okay, so now the Lenormand. Oh, va va boom here. What's this? So we've got the book. The book's been coming out today. And we've got the heart. Reading some romance novels? I kid. Because basically, maybe you're going to find out about somebody who may have some feelings for you, Merwin.
Well, that seems to be the obvious idea there, that opening up the book is like literally finding out something, reading a new chapter. And you're saying that the heart is the literal idea about romance blooming or something like that. So I'll just go with that.
Thanks, Casey. I like them too. They have I don't know, kind of an ethereal quality, you know. It's just like the background kind of really enhances it.
Yeah,
I like
it's
it.
like maybe it's behind a veil or
Yeah,
a cloth
yeah.
or a sheen of water or something like that.
I like it.
Pretty.
So,
So that's what we
have
have.
for you, Merwin. Good luck.
Alrighty, and let's just move on.
Hey, RC, you are up. We've got RC and then Sanjib, KC, January Girl, Betty, Dr. V, Angel Patton, Jenna, Am, Yolo, and Lexi.
A few months ago, I started rereading the old Dark Shadows Gothic paperback library series, and they're mostly about Barnabas in various time eras, falling in love with somebody, biting them on the neck, etc.
I have the after tarot for this one.
Okay.
You and the Dark
hates
Shadows,
when I
not
talk
again.
about it.
And if he thinks when he's retired, he's going to sit down and watch that whole series again of DVDs from start to finish, no. No.
Good thing there's more than one TV and DVD player in the house.
I think we get another.
You're
we
welcome,
need
Merwin.
one in the basement again. You're
We're doing
welcome,
your deck?
Merwin.
I guess.
Yes, I am.
Alrighty.
Here you go. All right, we've got the question. Hey, Divine You. Oh, gee, I'm going to have to put you on the list. We'll see if we can get to you, though. It's a long list.
Well, typically what happens is the bigger the list gets, the more likely
drop
some people
off.
end up dropping off,
Yeah.
and then it frees up space. So it's just always one of those kind of things.
Well, we've got them all, Merwin. He had to buy the whole kit and caboodle. So, on DVD. How many was it about 26 sets?
26 or 7 sets,
And there were
yes.
at least 3 to 4 DVDs in each one.
There was about 1,225 episodes. You know, it was a half-an-hour soap that was on for about 5 years, daily, most days. So yeah, it just all adds up.
Oh, listen to what Angel said there.
I have at least one Vampire Tarot deck. I think I might have another. I'm not sure.
Okay, so the future for
I love them.
for you and Children's Mother. Well, I've got the 3 of Wands reversed. I have the 9 of Cups reversed. And then I have Temperance upright. So basically, I feel that, you know, there have been some really difficult times, you know, disappointing times, I would say, where, you know, your plans just did not come through. And I think that's evidenced also by the 9 of Cups reversed. You know, things are not going in quite the direction you had hoped for or wished for. But ultimately, and this is how I feel, and we'll let Mr. O have a crack at it. Ultimately, I feel as though there will be some kind of harmonious balance achieved. I'm still not sure it's like, let's say, a what's the word I'm trying to think of? A reconciliation in the true sense of the word, like that you reestablish a relationship. But I do feel there will definitely be some harmony between the two of you and
Well,
balance.
tarot, of course, is a snapshot in time and
Right.
anything can change. And I sort of feel, that this was the most important card to me in the reading because it signals a detente of sorts, a sort of partnership or agreement, to live in peace, to live with each other, to work on mutual goals, despite the fact that maybe there are some feelings that the lifestyle isn't really totally comfortable or advocating for either of you. And that's what Nine of Cups can represent to me, that just there's some compromises made on comfort issues. But with the Four of Wands too, it just sort of sounds like,
No, it's a 3.
oh, I'm sorry, I meant that though. But with the Three of Wands reversed, it sort of indicates that some of your plans need restructuring, some of your plans need more time. It doesn't say that what you're working on won't ultimately happen, but you need to give it more time. You need to strengthen whatever's going on there.
Right, because really, I see, to me, when I looked at the spread that came up, I immediately saw the correlation between the 3 reversed and the 9 of Cups reversed and Temperance here. And so I do feel this is kind of a bridge, this is kind of a mountain to climb. But that's not saying it's not climbable. It's just a mountain to climb.
Right.
So let me do the Lenormand and see what we could add to this. And Divine You, I don't know why you're not getting notifications. I'm sorry about that. If you've clicked for them, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that too. But you never would have been the first because we were planning on doing a birthday reading
Yes,
first for
Gina
somebody.
was first today. She moved up the list.
You only could have been second, and I know that would have been pretty swell too. But we're sorry. So check that out. A long time ago, somebody. Thank you, RC.
Hey, RC, here we go. I got the birds. I drew the bird. Oh, our computer's
Go ahead,
acting
sure,
up
still
again.
show. Mhm.
Okay, I've got the birds. And then I have the house. So I think some news is coming to the home relating to this whole issue, in some way. You're going to get some updates soon or some news. And it doesn't, really tell me one way or another if it's good or bad.
Okay, the birds. That's like the one on some of the decks where they look like little birds in birdhouses
Yeah.
and stuff. Okay, but here it seems a little bit more majestic to me, and so I'm sort of feeling like there's an idea of energy and moving and maybe a certain amount of speed or flight there too. So I am feeling like maybe what Banshee says is that something's coming to you to the house, and maybe it's a message. Birds tend to be messengers, so in certain omen lore. So watch for that.
Yep.
Good luck.
Wish you the best, RC. And we are moving on to Sanjib.
Merwin, are you saying that watching dark shadows would sound like heaven?
Don't encourage this.
No, you must encourage.
Oh, there was one line they always said at least once, if not more, in every Dark Shadows episode.
I don't understand.
I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Thank you, RC.
Made me crazy. But anyway, Sanjib, you are up. And then Casey is after that. January Girl, Betty, Dr. V, Angel Rivera, Patton, Jenna, Am, Yolo, Lexi, and Divine You. We'll try to get you all in.
Not very close, but not very far, Dr. Victor.
Dr. V, let's see. After Sanjib, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're the fourth one after Sanjib.
Okay, briefly, it was a daytime soap opera that was revolutionary to some degree because it explored supernatural themes. It ran from 1966 to 1971 on ABC TV, and it really launched a lot of fame and notoriety for that time period. If you were a kid from around my age back then, everyone had this common story. I used to run home from school to see it because it was a fascinating storyline for kids. It was kind of scary, and it was scary within the limits of daytime TV. So, for example, the first year and a half, they never even said the word vampire, but clearly Barnabas Collins was a vampire and had this reluctant vampire thing happening.
Is it Sanjib who's with us, or is it Himani? I'm not sure now.
Well, I don't know.
Whichever is here because of the writing that I can't read. I'm sorry. It's your turn, so let us know. If I got your name wrong, I apologize. And then KC, so let's see what's happening. Oh gosh, listen, it is not high quality TV at all. There was sets that moved as they did things. There was mistakes. You see somebody's hand appear, like a prop guy or somebody, who knows.
It was always filmed live, and they never re-recorded it if an actor flubbed their lines or if a thing happened. For many of us, it was part of the charm. It had a very great quality of costuming for the period dramas. They would travel in time and do stories in the past and things like that. It had superb quality music by Robert Colbert, who did the music. She's wrong.
Tubi TV is streaming it free.
That's right.
Well, the very, very earliest episodes before Barnabas Collins came on, really Dollsville.
It was a soap opera. Soap operas happen at a very slow rate because that's the way they happen. Every episode is literally a recap of the last 2 or 3 previous
Okay,
ones.
we have to move on from Sanjib, who hasn't shown up, so we're going to go to KC. KC, you are up, and then January Girl, Betty, Dr. V, Angel Rivera, Patton, Jenna, Am, Yolo, Lexi, and Divine U. Well, don't say I didn't warn you guys.
It was a soap because it was on during soap opera time on ABC, about 3:30, 4 o'clock. It had romance. It had...
And don't get me wrong. There were actually some decent stories in there that I think could have been done better. But of course, like he said, it was a soap, so they would drag things out and kind of lose some things along the way.
Here's what you want to do. There were 2 movies that were made because of the popularity of the soap opera. One was called House of Dark Shadows, and it more or less takes the original storyline of Barnabas and just does it as a 2-hour movie or so. And of course, it's dramatically different because a lot of things happen in the movie that didn't happen in the show.
Did we use your deck last time, or do we want to use one of
another
yours?
one.
Okay.
And then another movie about a year later was called Night of Dark Shadows, and it sort of has a totally different plot with different characters, but all of their storylines were basically based on classic literature. Frankenstein,
Focus
Dracula.
on the reading. KC, July.
No.
Yeah, I just dropped my Lenormand cards.
Who needs to focus?
I dropped a few of them. Okay. Well, see, you just rattled me with all this Dark Shadows talk here.
You're outnumbered. Even Gina liked it.
Ah, man.
You get a biscuit for that, Gina. They had a werewolf so rough.
There were a few moments. There was a couple of plots, and he knows the ones that I really liked.
No, I don't. Why don't you mention
The Gerard plot.
Because Gerard was really handsome.
He was. But that's not why I liked it. I thought that time travel-ish plot was really good.
That one was sort of like a version of the one about the children's garden, which is a supernatural one from the late 1800s. I can't think of it. The Taming of the Shrew, one of those kind of things. Mm-hmm. Anyways, Handsome Gerard, see, Didn't he have like eyelashes to kill for? They looked like spider lashes on his face. And he had this snarl, this snarky, smarmy Getting too carried away. Okay. I get a biscuit.
Well,
Honest, we're going to really focus now, Casey. Honest.
Yeah, now that he's shuffled and scatterbrained. No, I don't know why we're seeing so much of El Diablo here today, but we've got the Devil reversed. First card.
Yeah, we've had that 3 times now, I think.
Yeah. And then we've got the Three of Pentacles upright. And we have Justice upright. So you got a couple of major arcana in this reading here. And I think that they're well aspected, and of course with the Three of Pentacles. So looking at the Devil, that's just like breaking free from things that maybe have been, you know, not good for you, whether it's being obsessed with someone or something, or whether it's some bad habits. It looks as though, you know, there's freedom, there's liberation, there's a feeling of now you are free to really move on into something really good. And there we have the Three of Pentacles.
Learning new things, new tasks,
Learning new
skills.
things and tasks. Sounds like a student, Casey, possibly. And also, we have the Justice upright, which indicates to me that, you know, it looks as though things are very fair and balanced right now. It just seems like balance. Maintaining balance is the key for you right now, I think.
Is it possible that you need to or want to learn a little bit more about legal things, maybe per some situations coming up in your life? Like maybe if you're considering other moves or other situations, maybe you want to learn legal requirements of certain things. That could be what this learning process is about.
So I see that. Well, I don't know if I see that as much, but I do see learning a new skill or a trade or something that will benefit you. And it's upright. I think that, you know, this is very positive, that you're certainly going to be recognized, you know, for being very hard worker and also somebody who's putting their best foot forward at this. Let's see.
I am bringing the kitty to ecstasy. Okay.
My goodness, she looks happy.
Aww. My little girl. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Well,
Another
this
devil?
dog does not deserve a bone. So here we have the snake. Sassy. And we have the dog. She's licking me, even though I just shoved her head out of the way. She's so sweet. So what does this tell me? That, you know, somebody that maybe you felt was really a friend of some sort, or that you trusted, at least maybe it's not a friend, but somebody that you trusted may have ulterior motives or some sneaky trickery kind of behavior.
Or you're going to find that out. Maybe there will
in July.
literally be kind of a stab in the back of some sort is coming. I wonder too, because I'm just looking at that with the devil too. Sometimes there's that literal quality to me that maybe somebody is mucking with your life, even if it could indicate you're just trying to change things in your life. It sort of throws that idea that maybe there's somebody who's plotting.
Yeah, so that's the only downside here, Casey. Everything else looks pretty good. Not bad at all.
Sonny is totally laid out over on the other side of the table.
He is just out for the count here today.
Don't think it sounds like anybody, Casey?
Well, I don't know. But like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be a friend, even though that the dog indicates that. It's somebody that you know, and just keep an eye out, I would say. You know, something might surface about that in July. So that's what we have for you. And January Girl, you are up. After January Girl is Betty, Dr. V, Angel, Patton, Jenna, Am, Yolo, Lexi, and Divine You.
All All right. Yes, he is totally flopped out over there.
So just type your question.
There it is.
Ah, got it? Oh, there it is.
You're welcome, Khalil.
You're very welcome, Casey. We know your birthday's coming.
You're being warned. Okay, I'm going to do Ancestral Path for
Okay.
January Girl. Well, we know how to do that.
Yeah, we can figure it out. We'll do the 2 again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for each?
So
Okay.
we'll do 2 cards for C and 2 cards for J.
Yeah, and let's just see what we can glean from that. Oh, cute.
And we'll remind everybody that we're on Facebook daily with a card, also on Twitter, and that's a card we pull every night and then post for the following day. Gives you an idea what things are going on. Lately, over the last several weeks or more, we've been feeling that a lot of the cards of the day sort of tell us about something that's going on in the greater collective too. So we feel these readings can apply to you as an individual, but also maybe to the world you see outside your door.
Yeah, actually, some of the ones we pulled last week were kind of like that. So, you know, if I see something, I'm going to say something.
And I have our
bottom
schedule
line.
on board now too. So we're here Sundays from 2 to 4 p.m. And will be for the foreseeable future. I will no longer be working, so there will be no preemptions of Sundays.
Unless, of course, something comes up, but it's not going to be that often. Like, you know, his work schedule dictated that once a month or close to once a month he would have to work a Sunday. But no more.
So the first pile was C, because that's who we saw first in the list there. The second pile is J. So with C, the 6 of Cups,
Wow.
the 5. That's a good question there, because it's possible that there's something going on with maybe somebody they've known a long time. Maybe it was a childhood friend.
I was thinking somebody from the past, maybe. Right.
It could be the nature that it's kind of back and forth, that sometimes they're on friendlier terms and then sometimes they're a little bit more competitive. So ultimately, this may have the status, and I'm just going to say this because I don't know if it's really true, but to me, this gives me the feel like maybe they were a friend with benefits. So like they come back to each other because they just want to, you know, have a benefit with each other, but there's not necessarily anything other than a past or childhood sentimentality maybe with C.
I was just reading something Casey said, and that is interesting. Yeah, we know when we have some of these cards that come up frequently, etc. And some cards we certainly have been seeing more often than not. That's interesting about the 10.
No, January girl, no.
Because also, I think other people have been pulling that one quite a bit too. And I think that's very appropriate for today, you know, things that are going on. Well, so January, I'm
This
looking...
is about C.
Yeah.
They're asking.
This is about C. We did C first and then J. So C, I would say, you know, there is a possibility here, in my opinion, that they may have somebody else in their life.
It's not sound like it's a total serious thing, but it's sort of a long-standing benefit thing,
It
or they fall
might.
back on each other.
Yeah, it might very well be that, you know, if they're not seeing them, that they haven't closed the door on it, that, you know, they certainly would like to rekindle it again.
Okay.
I'm kind of getting that. And notice we have a 5 of Cups here. We have 2 5s here, one in each reading. So for J, I'm seeing some really interesting things here. I'm almost sensing there could be a settling down. That Jay is maybe tired of, you know,
Living a faster life.
living a faster life. And they kind of want to settle down with someone. But are they seeing someone now? What do you feel about that?
I think it's possible. I'm not seeing a clear thing about that. I think it's possible. And once again, I think it's possible that it's maybe somebody who has a prior relationship or situation with them. But I also, and I'm not saying that this is the person they want to settle down with. It just may be that there's a sense that they have an involvement there. So they may be looking at where they're thinking of putting more of their energy at.
Well, I'm going to take just a slight different tack with this one. I really feel that maybe they're not, but maybe they are looking now for something more serious. I
Okay,
don't know why.
I could go there.
I'm feeling that they just want to kind of slow it down and be with someone for a while. So I'm feeling that out of the two, that Jay may not be seeing anybody at this time. But that's not saying they don't want to.
I feel that more likely with J than I do with C, but I can't say for sure that either of them absolutely are. But I just feel it's more likely with C, and that J is more likely just considering things at this point. And yeah, Jenna, you're still down the list, and I see we have
Yeah,
Arjun.
Arjun
So,
has joined us,
we-
but
We're not sure if
and
we can add
Gaurav,
you.
I really don't think we're going to be able to read for the two of you because we have a really long list.
Right, and we're in the
Yeah.
last 40 minutes
45
or so.
minutes, yeah. So I apologize, but today is a busy day.
We have a lot of people on our list in front of us. You're welcome to subscribe, and we do send out notifications when we're on. And like I mentioned a few moments ago, we are on twice a week for live. Thursdays. We're in an Eastern Standard Time zone, so those are our times there. I'd say it's about 3 or 4.
Yeah, let me continue. After I'm done with the Lenormand, I'll go through the list again. Right now we have the key. January girl, this is going to be very interesting. And we have the birds. And so what I would suggest to you, January girl, is the key is to really pay attention to signs and messages that you're getting. You know, if there's any chatter in social media about these people, pay attention. Pay attention to messages that you are getting and signals that you are getting from both of them. That is going to be the key for you solving what's going on.
I agree with that, and I'm thinking that this is saying too that to some degree this will come out to you sort of like as a sign. Is sort of like when it happens, you're going to say, okay, I understand what it's telling me. So it may point the way towards one over the other, or who knows, maybe something else.
That's what we have for you, JG. I hope that helps you. And so next on the list is Betty, if you're still with us. And then Dr. V, Angel Rivera, Patton, Jenna, Am, Yolo, Lexi, and Divine You.
One or two of these people have already been called and didn't answer, so we don't know if they're back. That's why we put some of them at the bottom of the list, but it is likely that
There's only one.
that's
So,
Joe. I realize that
yeah.
I'm just being, vague explaining. You're welcome. So it is possible that people get out of line, and then the line shifts, and we may accommodate more folks. Who are it's Betty,
I'm gonna
right?
grab my animal one for this. If I can find it.
Are we on Betty, right?
Yes, we're on
Okay.
Betty. I've got my cards, Mr. O. You're listening, right?
But I had mine first.
Ah. Okay.
See what I have to deal with. Want to do yes or no?
Hey, Mars is in Aries. This is not the time to mess with Banshee.
Or somebody else who has Mars in their chart?
Ah,
Yes, I do.
you
know it.
do. You do. So in other words, it's going to be a powder keg here for the next 6 months. Oh, joy. So we're going to do a yes, no?
Yes.
Let's do that. See what we get first. Whoa. All right. Oh, Violet Ann, did I not get you on that list? You definitely are on this list.
I forgot that you didn't mention her name recently.
I'm pretty sure Yolo's not back, and I think she was there around that time of Lexi.
Thanks for piping up, Violet Ann.
I'm glad you're still here. Occasionally I will lose people, and I apologize, but I know you were near the bottom there because of how many people just joined us today. Crazy. Yeah, that's why we keep plenty of fluid around, although I'm nursing one glass of, what is it? It's a cherry vanilla Coke today. We rarely have pop,
And I have Coke Zero.
But I've treated Mr. O to some cola today because he's retiring and we're celebrating the week.
Woohoo!
All right.
Okay, count them off.
Okay. Well, so right now, I will say, I'm trying to remember who I'm doing here.
Betty.
Betty. I'm sorry. So, Betty, I will say that the first card I got was Justice Upright. And then I've got the Sun reversed. And then we did get the Ace of Cups upright. And this is interesting because it is an emotional question. But basically right now what that is saying is that it's possible that at this time they're not thinking that much about you. The answer is leaning towards no. They may have their minds elsewhere. Right now, I think it's a matter of working on some issues in their life. They're trying to achieve some kind of balance, and maybe they are dealing with an unfair or negative situation in a relationship right now. Because also, I've got the Sun reversed here, which means things aren't very positive in their life right now. And I think that that's occupying them at this time.
It may be that they're on their own little quest or journey to find out something, and maybe it's about what these issues are here, figuring out how to achieve some balance in their life, resolve certain decisions going on, that kind of thing. So it just may be that maybe they're friendly, but they're not necessarily interested in anything beyond that. That's what it looks like.
That's what it looks like right now. That doesn't mean that that won't change. And I'm going to toss some Lenormand and see what we get for that.
So thanks for being here, Betty. We usually throw an additional Lenormand 2 cards that give us a little bit of another sense of that
Hopefully
reading.
more insight.
Insight.
Sometimes they will talk to something else going on in your life. Ah.
Right.
So I've drawn the birds again. In this deck, we've got the birds. There's a lot of birds today flying around. And then I have the tree, which does seem kind of a natural, doesn't it? Birds in the tree. So, the tree is here. I'm sensing what I would suggest here is try what I think this is kind of a suggestion for you. This is what I'm intuiting, Betty. And I think what I want to say is, try to maintain healthy communications with them for now and keep things neutral, but, positive, and be there for them right now. And it might serve you well in the long term.
Because it looks like maybe eventually there could be some sort of growth, or there could be something that flourishes. It just might need more time at this point. But communication, I think, as Banshee said, is what will just sort of hold that idea there. If there was an interest on your part, I mean, maybe if you were just hoping to find out one way or the other, you now know that maybe it's not necessarily leading towards something closer.
Yeah. But I mean, I never, especially this left it open. It didn't say definitely no. It said it's
True.
leaning towards no.
True.
So, I mean, a lot of things can happen to change people's perspectives and minds. So it's up to you. I'm just saying that the possibility exists if you maintain kind of a distance but friendly relationship, a supportive relationship. You never know where something like that could lead.
All right.
And that's what we have for you, Betty. I hope that helps.
Thanks for joining us today.
And thank you very much for waiting. So we are on Dr. V. We got to you finally. Dr. V, you are up. And then after Dr. V is Angel Rivera, Patton, Jenna, M, Yolo, who I don't believe is here, Lexi, Violet Ann, and Divine You. And we will get to everybody today that is on this list now.
Right.
As long as you don't run away.
And I seem to recall that if Patton is still here, that Patton said he didn't necessarily need a reading. He was just dropping in.
Okay.
But we'll
So
see what happens when we
might
get
be
there.
going past Patton. All right. So, Dr. V.
All right. Hi, Dr. V.
All right, you are up. Wow, both these guys have eyes shut. Usually there's a little delay, so we're hanging on. Do you want to do your cards? Sorry.
Yes.
Put those back. I know you were
I can
itching
just
to do
switch back
so.
to the Mermaid Tarot.
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's see what we got. Okay, Jenna, there's two more in front of you after Dr. V who we're doing right now. So don't go far. All right, your son. An Aries like myself. Yeah, both of them here are still here, Jenna, and they both have their eyes shut. It's a lazy kind of warm day here in Michigan. Beautiful sunshine today.
What are we going to have for dinner tonight?
I don't know, Mr. O. I haven't even thought about it.
I know what we're not going to have. You can cut them.
Reservations?
Reservations.
Well, we already had a wonderful meal out this week.
Did we cut them?
No. Was I supposed to? I am sorry. So wonderful, wonderful.
Well, we got to carry out.
Korean barbecue salmon on a bed of wild rice. It was so awesome. It was really tasty.
Oh, thank you, Gina. That's very sweet. Rainy.
Hey, Chrissy. I'm not going to be able to get to you today. So sorry. It's just not going to happen. We've got too many people. Apologies. Wow. And look, we've got 2 4s. We had 2 5s in a reading, and now we have 2 4s.
All your cards are upright. Let's show those. This was about their son.
They are very happy here, Gina. Yeah, this is very interesting, Dr. V. We've got the 4 of Wands upright. We have the 9 of Cups upright. And we have the 4 of Cups upright. So there's a lot of cup action here, which involves the emotions, which involves happiness, possible wish fulfillment and attainment. And then we have the 4 of Wands, which is literally like kind of a celebration or marriage or a good beginning, a good foundation being built for something.
Well, if we're asking about their future, it sounds
Yeah.
to me like they're just going to be very lucky. The 9 of Cups says just lucky, material benefit in their life. The 4 of Wands seems to indicate that they will be loved or be popular. Maybe they'll have a great marriage, or they certainly will be popular. And then the 4 of Cups says that, to me, that they're going to be intelligent and contemplative, and that they're really going to study issues and try to come up with the best practical decision based on the merits.
I feel this is basically saying that,
333.
I feel that, 333. That's another number. And, I don't always see that one, but it's been
Gina,
coming up lately.
That's your next birthday present.
And
Korean barbecue.
333 equals 9, which is my number. So, at any rate, the 4 of Chalices to me indicates somebody who's very introspective. Somebody who is, they're going to be very, very thoughtful in their approach on how they attain their goals and wishes. And, I think that's going to serve them well. And also, I do sense here there's a possible good marriage in their future. Something very, very positive. So this looks really, really good, Dr. V. I have to say. Let me throw some Lenormand on this. Looks like a very fulfilling time is coming to them. Well, okay. So I have the moon and the stork. So, you know, I would say that it might be a little bit too early to think of a family. But, you know, storks, they can bring children, they can bring babies. They're also harbingers of change. So there could be some movements and change in their life, and that's going to be very, very successful.
Well, to me, in this instance, the moon means luck, fortune, good fortune. And maybe the stork is really talking about just this child's birth itself, you know, this child who is only a couple months old, that this is a really lucky birth. This is a lucky child. So I'm just thinking this child will have literally the best.
I sense positivity and harmony in their future. And, you know, like I said, they will seem to have a knack at getting what they really want. And I think it's basically because they really use this, you know, their internal, their gut feelings, their mind to really think things through. Very positive, Dr. V, overall.
The fur is flying.
The fur is
No, I'm
flying.
not picking my nose.
Uh-oh.
It's all this
No
loose
wonder my
hair.
eye was itching here. Here you go, Mr. O.
Already?
And so that's what we have for you, Dr. V. My angels are nearby. Aw. Oh, I hope that's true. I have some pretty tall wishes, prayers, what I request. So, Angel Rivera, you are up. It is your turn.
You're welcome, Dr. Victor.
And then Patton, Jenna, Am, Yolo, Lexi, Violet Ann, and Divine You.
I can't wait to see or hear more about your vampire tarot, Angel.
You know, I also, guys, for all of you on Twitter, if I'm in and out a lot lately, it's only because I'm spending a lot of time. Oh, let me see if I can grab it here. Oh. On my new machine. Trying to figure out everything and get used to it. And sometimes I'm on Twitter, and sometimes I'm in Photoshop and other programs, just trying to get things to work properly, moving things over. It's a process.
Angel Rivera, hope you're there.
Okay, so we'll try again for Angel. And then Patton, if Patton's around, he may not be. Jenna, Am, Yolo, Lexi, Violet Ann, and Divine You. Give it a couple more minutes.
What
You're
you
making
cooking?
food. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's hungry already, I can
I'm
tell.
hungry.
Did you have lunch today? I don't think
I
you
did.
did.
I made myself a little sandwich.
Oh, you sneaky guy.
There we go. There's Angel.
All right. Oh, my goodness. Boy, Angel, I could DM you about some things going on at my place. And yeah, there are people that are not happy. So
Let's use my
and we're not even
Nefertari.
going back all the way, but our campus is going to have some definitely people on campus.
Yes, indeed. Staying calm and centered. Big part of health. Because if you're...
And I'm particularly concerned about things because right now the way trends are going It's a lot of younger people in the country that are spreading and getting the virus, like college students. So I'm very concerned about some of this right now. I'm not sure we're ready, and I'm just watching the numbers in Michigan carefully. And I still have some time, to mull over and see what's going to happen.
Could we actually have all three?
Centered at peace. Let's see. Let's see what we get. Uh-oh.
Not
there
without
goes the camera.
the camera. Go ahead and cut.
I see shadows in the other room. You never know. All right. They like their other cat tree so much. We're thinking of, we kept them both. We kept the old one. But I'm thinking of getting them a second one to replace the old one so we have it in both spots. I know we're indulgent, but there are babies. So how can you stay grounded and centered? Yes, it is going to be a bit of a challenge here, Angel.
It's learning.
We have the Eight of Pentacles upright. We have the Nine of Wands reversed. And we have Justice reversed.
You are dealing with an unfair decision, of course.
Well, you're dealing with, a couple of things.
Or indecision people.
I feel that what this is showing me is that this is really not the right time to get back to business as usual. It's pretty clear because we have the Nine of Wands reversed and we have Justice reversed. I feel like their decisions are not grounded in the reality of the situation. And, there maybe are the bottom dollar motivations at heart here because everybody wants a campus experience, And there, I think you really have to focus, if you really want to stay grounded and centered, focus on your work as best as you can and focus on what you do. Because a lot of your interactions don't necessarily have to be in person. You can still try to maybe manage as many as you can on a virtual level. I mean, just because you're going back into the office does not mean that you can't communicate via chat and other things with the students. And so wherever you can, I would suggest that because it seems like they're really not prepared for this.
Are you getting that from this one?
Yes, I am.
Right. I feel that way too. And I feel that maybe to some degree it does provide a slight idea that you may be able to have some sense of isolation or be apart. You're just going to have to see what opportunities they afford you there. And that maybe, too, what this tells me is that it may be a work in progress and that they may not be done, Hopefully it won't be because after the test run, they realize they made the mistake and they have to really do something different.
Well, what will happen is, and that's what I fear, is that it's going to take somebody getting it, in your building that's going to shut it down again. And that's my worry. Does it have to come to that? Should they be thinking this out more? Let me throw some Lenormand and see if we get a little bit more light on this, because this seems more about the situation than staying centered and grounded. But I think it's you focusing on the task at hand and how you do it, that you have to work smarter. And you have to work smarter because they're not ready.
Yeah, you're going to innovate. You'll have to be the person who can innovate. Sassy, will you please stop this? Sit down.
Yeah, lucky you. I'm in the cubicle. And I really can't say much more about it, but there's some other aspects to everything that are kind of worrisome. And I mean, I understand we have to get to normal at some point, but unfortunately, because people did not take this seriously enough from the beginning, that we are in the boat we're in right now. And places may have to shut down again. Boy, that's sassy. So, here's some good news, though, for you, Angel. We have the clover, and we have the fish, And so I feel like, you're going to be very fortunate through this time. Luck is with you, fate is with you, if nothing else.
Well, it's like
if your administration's not with you, and that, it seems like you're secure for the moment financially and whatnot, that the rug is not going to be pulled out from under you at this point in time. Things are okay. That's what I see. So that's
I'd say
hopeful.
that despite how things may be going, you're going to find your way towards the luck, that just basically you are moving towards that. And that may be that you're moving beyond whatever strictures they have in place there.
And
Finding your own way.
there is another message here for you, I think, in relation to, specifically your question. Because when I look at these two cards together and I think of what you asked, what you need to stay grounded and safe, number one, don't take any unnecessary chances, no matter what. Do not take unnecessary chances. And again, the fish is about flow. So in this case, and with your question, I would say too, is limit the flow of contact you have with others. I think that's a no-brainer, but I think that's clearly reflected here in these two cards.
It's really the kind of thing that I see this from being back a couple weeks now, is that 2 weeks, going into my third and last, is that you really have to be so mindful. And so your question sort of addresses that in a way about the mindfulness, because what I see at my workplace is not really enough of a commitment from enough of the people to be mindful. And so I realized, like, I'm not going to miss that when I'm gone, that there are people who are removing their masks because they're sitting at their own desk and they think that's okay, but it's not, because people interact with them, come up to them.
They're not in offices either, are they? They're more
No,
in the open.
It's more in the open.
So I don't know about that. So that's what we have for you, Angel. Good luck with your situation.
Good luck, Angel.
Hey, Patton, are you with us or not? We'll just throw the name out there and let's see if Patton is here.
And we appreciate you, Patton, coming by and just checking us out.
Yeah, absolutely. You are a big support to us, and we appreciate that. And Jenna, you will be up after Patton, so don't go anywhere, because if Patton's not here, you are up. And then Am, Yolo, Lexi, Violet Ann, and Divine
All right.
You.
So we're going to give Patton a moment. They may not be here, and they had already indicated that they probably weren't going to have a reading. So we'll just wait another moment, Jenna, so don't go anywhere.
Get my deck. We'll do the nice animal one again.
Patton. And Patton is one of the folks that occasionally drops the line at our Facebook TFT mailbox. And if people do that on occasion, sometimes I will pull a quick card for them and address a question they may have. So it's another little
He's nice that way.
value-added service. But you got to be on Facebook with us to do that. And I guess Patton's not here, so we're going to go ahead with Jenna.
Okay, Jenna, what you got?
Go ahead and ask for the general or question if you have that. All right.
Okay. Throw your question at us, Jenna.
And I can't wait till we can use our new computer to broadcast. We believe we're going to have so much more clarity and definition to our live stream, and all the other ways that we can be more creative, hopefully, too. I keep thinking of that song by the Talking Heads.
Uh-oh.
Artist only. I don't have to prove I'm creative.
Is that by the Talking Heads?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Ah, that's right. Creative. I love that line anyway.
Ah, okay. Good question.
All right, let's see if there's any bumps in the road. You have an actual question.
Yes,
well,
you do. Hey, it's an important question, too. Hey, I would want to know about that. Sleeping Sunny wishes you luck on your question. There he is over there.
His eyes were slightly awake there for a minute.
LOL. Think we should do this as a yes or no.
It will go well. Okay, let's do it as a yes or no. Let's see what we see.
Usually it'll tell us
some more
other things.
Yeah. it's leaning towards no, but it is not a negative no. So let's talk about that. So you have the
Excuse me.
Page of Swords upright. It's that nice Roadrunner card again. And we have the Emperor upright. And we also have, as your deciding card, the Ace of Wands reversed. I think there might be some delays, procedural things that will have to happen, but eventually I think a decision, some good news will come to you about, the inheritance. I think the Page of Swords is giving me that. And, there may be somebody who will be able to assist you, some stronger individual, the Emperor.
Well, it looks to me like, also considering the background information you gave us,
Yeah.
that the idea is that it's not going to happen. It just, to me, looks like there's a few little small obstacles in the way. Some of this was because you didn't actually know it was there for a while, and then you found out. That's happened to me before too. So I'm thinking you mostly have to be consistent.
Yeah, you're going to have to take the lead on it. Maybe that's
Yeah.
what the Emperor is really trying to say here. So you got to keep on top of it, and you got to, just stay on top of all the details.
And some of that is also around the idea too, I think, that there's a cleverness you might need to do. Some of that is that, and I know this in some states, they keep saying, oh, okay, so you sent us this that proves that, but now we need this that proves that. And so the thing is it kind of like they never tell you everything they want all at once. They keep coming back to you. So it's about patience too, to some degree.
Let's see what else we have for Jenna here.
I see. Okay. So we're going to pull the Lenormand and see what else that might tell us. And Sunny will take a gander.
Sunny is awake.
Hi, Sunman. Aw. What you got, Banshee?
Well, there are those darn birds again. And we have the heart. So what I think this is indicating in this case is that, you will get news that will make you very happy. So I feel that, things will start happening. It will work out. It's just a matter of time and going through the motions of getting it done.
Right. And I'm just saying that I know from my own experience and some others is that once you do the forms, they may say, we need this, and then you give them that, and then they may say, we need this also. So you haven't gotten through that part yet. So I'm hoping it goes smoother for you.
Yeah. See what happens.
Good luck with that, Jenna.
Good luck, Jenna. Hey, M, you are up. We got M, YOLO, Lexi, Violet Ann, and Divine You. And then we'll call it a day.
We may get there, yeah.
Well, we will get there, but we'll go into just a little bit of overtime if you can hang with us.
Alrighty.
Okay.
What does
You
anything?
certainly can ask
All
that.
right.
Do you want me to just use these?
Go ahead, yes. You're welcome, Jenna. Good luck. I'm still thinking of dinner too.
Oh, we do have something for dinner, Mr.
Oh, that's
O.
right. It's from that luscious TV diner that
yes, where I had my wonderful salmon dinner. We bought an extra thing so we could have another dinner from them, and it is called Memphis Mac and Cheese, and it is awesome.
they throw
Awesome
in
good.
bacon.
Not bacon.
Is
There's
there bacon?
pork. No,
Oh,
it's
pork.
pulled
I'm sorry.
pork and mac and cheese, barbecued pulled pork. Oh my goodness, it's
Pork.
wonderful.
Pork.
So we are doing thinking 3 cards. Gotcha. Okay. There's some movement in this reading. We have the Chariot upright.
That's movement.
Yes. Why? I like to look at this as that too sometimes. And we have the Moon reversed. And we have the Eight of Cups reversed. I will let you go, Mr. O.
Well, to me, in a way, as soon as I saw these cards and I said the Chariot and then that one, I'm like, baby, you can drive my car, like the old Beatles song. But I'm feeling like somehow maybe there's something about you that drives them towards you, and that maybe to some degree you're pulling them. The salmon is sort of like goes back to its source. You're pulling them away from.
I pulled the salmon card after talking about my salmon.
But maybe something about you pulls them away from another course that they were taking. Like maybe somehow they've changed direction, and it's because maybe they have an allure about you. They want to uncover some mystery about you. So I'm thinking they're drawn to you. The moon sort of represents that. I'm thinking they're drawn to you. I'm thinking that maybe they don't understand exactly why they're drawn to you, but maybe it's a good thing.
Yeah, the moon is reversed, and I'm thinking that same thing, that something's going to be revealed to you soon. Something's going to be light is going to be shed on this whole thing. And there is some movement, and it could be movement towards you, particularly if, I don't know if they've been a part of your life before, like what are they thinking of you now? If they were with you before in particular, I think they might be moving back towards you. But if not, there is a move back in some way to something that makes them feel more secure and stable.
Yes.
So I like this spread. I mean, I like these cards.
Let's do a Lenormand.
Let's see what the Lenormand ad. Carbonara sounds great, Casey. And Jenna, I often eat eggs for dinner.
Okay,
I
so you are
love
friends.
having eggs for dinner.
You are friends. Okay, so
Okay, this makes a sense to me.
There's a glimmer of possible romance here, but it isn't very super specific that way. But to me, the moon always talks about that possibility of maybe an emotional resonance. It is reversed.
Well, whether you want a relationship or not, or you just want the friendship to survive this corona thing, so you haven't been seeing them, I do sense a return. I definitely think things are, in a good place.
Yeah, I think so too. So let's see what the Lenormand says.
Aha, okay.
Well, all's fair in love and war.
Well, now why did I get this? So I have the coffin.
What's that?
I have the dog. So, you know what? I don't know if it's possible your friend may be dealing with something ending in their lives right now. That's what I'm thinking. I'm hoping it's not a person, like they're dealing with somebody who has passed on in the family, but there's something that they're dealing with that is coming to an end. I do not believe it's a relationship with you, but I can't rule that out either. But this looks so positive that I don't see that. I think it's something else.
Well, what I'm seeing is maybe that even if things did change, they're going to still be your friend. That even if there is some reason why things change, they're going to remain your friend. There's a loyalty thing there. It could also just be talking about this is a loyalty that has a transcendence about it.
Our computer's acting up again, the old machine.
It's only affecting the display. It doesn't really affect the camera.
Yeah, hopefully you're still hearing and seeing us because our display keeps going out on us. So you might get a couple burbles here and there. But that's what we have for you. I hope that gets shed some light on things, Sam. I'm serious that your friend is going through, right now with a loss in their lives. But there is that possibility that something right now is going on for them.
Maybe the computer's going to say no more readings.
I know the computer might say we're done. I hope that's not true. Keep it down. Okay, hang on for a minute.
Pretty sure we're still on camera.
Can you all hear us right now?
He hears us, so.
Okay. Angel says coming in and out, see? So that's why I said I do
Maybe
think
we're
it
leaning
affects
in or out of the microphone range too, though.
I know I'm right.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Because here's the thing is, what we see on our screen is a result of the, what is that called? the graphics board.
But what he doesn't get is when we shut the lid of the computer, it can, that usually puts the computer to sleep.
It's
So
not
I
necessarily.
think that
It's
plays
not
a role.
necessarily.
Where's Patton when I need him? He would explain this. Okay, Lexi, are you here? Because I think YOLO is not. See, it says it buffered. Lexi, are you with us? Because it is your turn if you've stuck with us. And then Violet Ann and Divine You. And we will call it a day after that. It is 4 o'clock, so we're going into overtime for 3 people, which is not a problem, except for that. Yeah, see, Violet Ann says it keeps buffering now and again.
Okay, well, we just got to get through these.
Okay, Gina, you take it easy. Happy day tomorrow.
Yes, happy birthday.
You're very welcome. Always a pleasure. Okay, Lexi, second call. I'm going to type it in. Just see. It's possible they've left us because they've been on a long time. Yep, we'll talk, I'm sure. Okay, we're going to move on to,
YOLO?
nope, it's Violet Ann.
Oh, okay.
Violet Ann, you are up. Just type your question. Honest, we'll get to it.
Somehow.
Ooh, that's the worst I have seen it. But okay, we're going to be kind of operating
Okay,
in
what
the
do we
dark
got?
here. How is my date with... Okay, I'm going to stay looking. All right, no problem, Violet Ann. Do you want to do your deck?
Sure. Let's do the mermaid because
Okay.
it's about emotional stuff. Can you repeat the question for me?
How is my date with M, Scorpio, on Wednesday looking? Whoa, hump day. Wednesday. We'll see how it goes. Mr. O is going to work on the screen a little more. Yeah, I hope we can get that computer up. It won't be up by Thursday's stream, I'm pretty sure. But I'm going to talk to we're going to talk to our producer about it and see what we can do. Because this is probably, each time it's getting a little worse.
The things that others don't go through.
You know, it's not plugged in either.
Yeah, it got better from when I unplugged it.
Yeah, I saw one of my cameras go out there. All right. Well, let's see what that date's looking like. Yeah, the camera's got to be reset, I think, but... Yeah.
I know. I've done this 3 or 4 times just in the last few seconds.
I know. Okay, Violet Ann, I will tell you, in case we can't see it, that we have the Knight of Swords upright. We have the Ace of Swords reversed.
Do both of them again.
Okay. We have the Knight of Swords upright. We have the Ace of Swords reversed. And we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So, you know, it's going to be an adventure. You have the Knight of Swords here who comes dashing in, sword out.
Sounds like a Scorpio.
But I wouldn't be surprised if there's some kind of glitch in the plans in some way with the Ace of Swords reversed, like, and the Ace of Pentacles reversed, like, something doesn't turn out the way you would have anticipated with the date. And I'm not speaking in terms of maybe between the two of you, but with the plans themselves. Like, there might be some delays, there might be some problems with where you planned on meeting. I'm not exactly sure, but it seems like it's more technical difficulties than between you. I think there's going to be a lot of communicating going on. but I'm not sure they're necessarily going to be, as maybe as compatible as you might have thought. Your thoughts on that, Mr. O?
Well, I sort of see a number of the same things, that the idea that there's beginnings here that are just not quite following through. It may be that there's just outside circumstances. I think you kind of alluded to that
Yeah.
too. And I don't know if that could be just because of all the various astrological forces or things on the ground that are just factors, in terms of situations coming up and people having to reshuffle their plans. And
Right.
I admit to being a little bit off kilter because of the way the computer's reacting here, and I just don't feel like I'm getting it together. So I'm sorry, Violet. And
Well, so this is interesting because one of the things that I pulled, which you probably aren't going to be able to see because the camera's
Show it that way,
offline.
then.
I'll show it up here. It is the scythe. It's the cutting implement, for farming. And I have the coffin, which to me, I hope I'm not right about this, Violet Ann, but it is possible that the date either might, number one, come to an abrupt end, unexpected end, or it might be canceled. And there
interesting.
might be maybe that's what the communication that I saw here is talking about.
Before the last time my screen faded out, I did see that thing there, and I'm just wondering too that there's just still, everything with COVID is really ramping up again, and I imagine it is in the UK too. So it could just be that it's just not meant to be.
Well, and the other possibility with getting this combination of cards for this question could be that, maybe after this date you might decide, yeah, I think I'm going to cut this one loose, because of that cutting implement once again. So that's what I'm wondering here, and that's what we see right now for you, Violet Ann. Good luck, and do let us know if we're crazy wrong on this one. 'Cause I hope it turns out for you. And hey,
Scorpio,
Divine
Scorpio.
You, are you with us? Because you are up, and we will call it a day. You're welcome. Sorry for the malfunctions. Like I said, it's only a matter of time now before we get our act together. Believe me, I wish, if I wasn't working, and I have a long weekend next weekend, so it is possible that we might be able to pull some stuff together and get it running by Sunday's stream. No guarantees, but we'll see what happens. I have a 5-day weekend next weekend. I've got Friday off, and of course, then there's the weekend, and then I took Monday and Tuesday off. Woohoo! Because it's Mr. O's retirement, and I've got to celebrate with him.
I think you're probably right too, Violet Ann, that maybe it's just that feeling that's out there. So good luck.
Yep, wishing you the best. So let's see, is Am still with us?
No,
Divine You.
You were waiting for Divine You, right? Maybe not.
I'll type them in, and we'll see if they are here. And if not, we'll call it a day. Boy, it's been great reading for everybody today, and we had fun reading for Gina, who's now gone, her birthday. And so, when we set up our business on our Patreon, I think a birthday spread is going to be featuring in there for people, to get a yearly reading for their birthday.
You take care too, Violet Ann. Thank you.
Take care. Be safe. We're doing our best.
And what were you just saying?
About our Patreon levels?
Well, no, I guess what it was I just wanted to apologize for the systems problems we're having these last several minutes here. We still can't see our display on one of the monitors. We don't.
Hopefully he'll be able to shut it down.
But I can tell things are working over there,
Yeah,
so it's just a matter of.
I think Divine You is gone.
Yeah,
have
so
not
we're gonna
responded.
just go ahead and say we need to call it a day, I guess.
So sorry about that, Divine You, and we will catch you again, hopefully. Be there early, and you get the reading for sure. Hey, everybody, it's been a lot of fun. So we hope you've enjoyed it, and take care, and we will see you, hopefully, computer willing, Thursday night. Take care, everybody, and goodbye.